Hello, familia. Welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you're new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Instagram because I'm there daily. And of course, welcome back to my oldies with goodies. Fam, I literally have not filmed in 7 days like this. I filmed other content for you, like my shower routine and my favorites and vlog and all that jazz. Oh, talking about the vlog, I just posted it yesterday, 2 days ago. You can tell my braids are still in. I haven't taken them off. If you saw the vlog, you know what I'm talking about. I may take them off right now, but I just love it. Okay, we have here a new foundation from Bobbi Brown. See how this foundation is? It's supposed to be moisturizing and oil control. So you know I've been loving my one size primer. We're gonna prime one side of the face, side with no piercings. As you know, I have oily skin. Oh, and I just did my skincare routine about, I would say 30 minutes ago. Moisturizer, serum, sunscreen, you know, all the jazz. So let's let this dry down. It is a mattifying primer we're using on the left side, and on this side, we're not gonna use a primer because I'm doing a 1-day wear test. So let's look at this while that primer dries down. Ooh, look. Cool, neutral. Let's see. I am a neutral undertone. There's a reason why I got cool, right? I always shake my foundation. See? This is very warm for a cool undertone. Well, no, I have a feeling it's gonna oxidize. The texture is nice. It's kind of watery, but it's thick. You see that pigment? When I mean thick and pigmented, sometimes it's kind of like one of the same. It may not be thick, but because it's pigmented, it looks thick, and it's going to really give us that color. That's what I'm saying. It's oxidizing. Does it smell? No, no scent. How does it feel? It has some oomph to it, but it's very lightweight. Isn't it in the name? Weightless? Yeah, it does feel kind of weightless. The shade, ooh. I'm usually like a neutral medium. I'm a little tan. I like to rub foundation with my hand like this. It helps me feel the product. I love how foundation blends out with your finger first. It's just the warmth of your hand onto your face. I don't know. Something about it I like. This is nice. Especially on the prime side, this primer, not only does it mattify, it also blurs. It'll have us looking really nice. I'm going to get my foundation brush, start pouncing it on here. I also will tag and link this product. When you're watching this video, in the tags, you can actually see it pop up and you can look at different shades while you're watching this review. So I really, really love that. Let me take my lip gloss off. Oh, look, it's becoming patchy. But I think it's the primer. Let's see if we can fix this. It's not patchy anywhere else. So let's go back in. I have to go in with a deeper shade. I will tell you what shade I can go with. I don't think this foundation is really meshing well with this primer, but it's fine. This is all the trial and error that we do here. So let me try to fix the little patches. It's not the foundation or the primer. Sometimes two things just don't mesh. It doesn't mean one is better than the other. I know this primer is good. I really like it. It's probably the foundation's not working with it, but it's fine. It's blendable. It doesn't really dry down super matte where you have patches, because look, now it's fixed. It looks smooth. I was able to blend out all those patches like here, and then on my eyebrow. I'm pretty sure this side may apply better. I definitely feel like it provides great coverage. It's lightweight, so it's buildable. One thin layer will give you light coverage. You could build it up to a full coverage, which is what I did right now. And look, nothing. Foundation. I'm gonna do is apply this side and give you info about the foundation. The new Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation with SPF 15 retails for $57. I have the shade Cool Neutral. It comes in 53 shades. This foundation delivers 24 hours of moisture wear, controls oils all day, and minimizes the look of pores. It is waterproof with a natural matte finish and medium coverage. Transfer resistant. Key ingredients is oil absorbing silicas that help control oils. Tri Moisture Complex features hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and honey extract to boost skin moisture levels. This brush, I noticed that moving the product around, because this is a wet foundation, you have to let it dry down a little bit and then blend out. But if you let it dry down too much under a matte primer, it may get stuck. At the beginning, I was like, whoa, it's patching up, right? But then I let it just sit maybe like 10 seconds and I blended it out and it worked out. Because this foundation, as it goes on your hand, it's very lightweight and watery. Lightweight products in general don't work really well with a brush, especially a dense brush like this. This one is great because when it dries down, it becomes a thicker texture. Therefore, you can get a better coverage and it's a little more pigmented. You can blend it out with your brush. I haven't seen that quite. Usually you'll have a foundation that already comes out thick and you got texture, blendability, all that. But then you have very lightweight products that are too lightweight where I would have to go in with a sponge or just my hands because a brush could be a little bit too abrasive, a little bit too dense. It's just part of the process. It doesn't mean one thing is worse or better than the other. It's just like something you have to learn. Talking about learning, look at this side. I do feel like this foundation would definitely go in better with a bit of a hydrating primer versus a matte primer. It doesn't look bad because I was able to blend it, but it was kind of like, ooh, it was a little tricky. As always, we're gonna do a wear test. Let's start it at 9:48. Let's touch the skin. Yeah, the matte primer is dry, which I'm not mad at it. It kind of looks good. Here feels wet. It feels hydrating. This coverage is nice. I want to call it a medium to full. It could also be natural because the lightweight texture of it. I'll be back. Let's see if anything changes. It's been exactly 10 minutes. I was gonna go make coffee, but I'm like, I'll wait. Oh yeah, this is dry. This is wet. We do see primer does make a difference. It looks good. It provides pretty good coverage. I like that it's kind of smoothing. I have big pores, so I'm always looking for something a little on the smoothing side. So what I want to do is build, but look, I want to show you. You see how watery this is? And let's keep my hand here and see it's slowing down. As the foundation is on your hand or outside of the bottle with the oxygen, it's not only going to oxidize, change a little bit in color. You see it got a little darker. It's not moving as much, which is telling us that it becomes a little bit thicker. When you start putting it on your face, it becomes thin again. And then you have to let it sit for it to dry down and get that texture going. So I want to just add right here because this is where I have like my dark spots. Although my dark spots are like lightening up so much. Ugh, I love it. Let's see my nose. Oh, it does have a little scent, but it's like a citrusy, subtle scent. I would say, so I'm gonna grab my brush, right? Let this dry. I would say give it 20 seconds. Let me time it here. It's been 30 seconds. Let me see if it's doing that little patchy business. Nope. Oh, it dries. Look. Oh, so it adheres to the skin. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, okay. Okay, that's that thickness. That's a good indication because it lets us know it sticks onto your skin. And if you have oily skin or if you wear your makeup all day long, the expectation is it's gonna stick. It's gonna stay on. Ooh, okay, look. Primer. No primer. Okay, let me add some concealer so I don't look like Beetlejuice and I'll be back. Okay, under eyes are set. I want to use the Dominique Cosmetics pink powder. I used it the other day and I really loved it. I just felt like it was very, very smoothing. So this is how it looks. This is the shade Rosita. I'm gonna press it in and now I'm just gonna set. Want to make sure we set very well because we're gonna be wearing our makeup all day long. Wow, this sets so well, look. Ooh, doesn't the skin look so good? Very, very smooth. And that's what I look for in foundations, especially nowadays. They should make your skin basically look better with pigment and coverage, depending on the texture, depending how they look and feel on the skin. It depends if we like it, you know? What I'm gonna do is finish up the face, speed it up, and I'm back. Done. I'm feeling my makeup. I took off my braids, but okay, let's look at the skin. This is the primer side. It looks good, nice and smooth. Hold on, there's a little thingy here. Sometimes like I'll scratch my face accidentally and then there's like a line. And it's usually when I'm doing my hair, you know? Here's the primer side. What you think? This is the non-primer side. Ooh, what do we think? It looks really good. It literally feels like there's nothing on my skin. There's truly a very lightweight pigmented foundation. The shade actually turned out well because this does oxidize. Most foundations oxidize, just really depends. Some oxidize more than others. I would say this one oxidizes maybe one shade. You guys, my lip combo, I finally did this viral lip combo. So the CoverGirl Outline Lip Stains. This is the shade number 5 All-Star. I outlined it and then added a milk little blush thingy. What shade is this? Splash. This little jelly thing. I just did this number and I like this color. It's so pretty. Okay, see out the window. Skin is looking so good. This is the primer side. It's the non-piercing side. Look. Yeah. Here is the no primer side. I kind of like both sides. I really don't see much of a difference. Maybe the primer side is a little bit smoother, but everything looks good. Okay, Bobbi Brown. Ooh. Ooh, but let's see how it wears on this oily mug. I'm back. It is 9:26. We've had the foundation on for 12 hours, but you know, I got some footage for you at around 6 o'clock. I think this was halfway through, and no lie, the skin was looking beautiful. Primer side was looking very smooth, not matte, a little bit radiant, but it was very smooth, look well put together. The non-primer side did look a little more shiny. It still looked well too. You could just see the slight difference in shine. As you know, I do have oily skin, but at this point, skin was skinning. Look, primer side, you see how just smooth it looks? I'm always going to be radiant at this point, especially because I don't touch up. I have oily skin. It's hot. It's the summertime. Here is the other side, the no primer side. You can definitely see the difference right now. The shininess, you can see maybe a little bit of texture here versus primer side. You see how it's a little smoother. I am very oily on my T-zone. My chin here, it's breaking apart. Not breaking apart, but you see how it's lifted a little bit? This is a very particular product. Only the chin area. Here, let me get really close. You see it's doing some lifting situation, but the forehead looks good. The cheeks look good, but it's weird. You can't really see unless you're like this, like dry. Oh, what the fuck? Oh wow, look, it peeled and peeled too. Both sides too. It's not only one side. If it only did it in the primer side, I would totally see why. But you know what? Maybe the primer side's a little more. Yeah, it's the primer side that is very, very dry and lifting a little bit. I just don't think this primer worked. It definitely works a little bit better with no primer because this looks like smooth as I touched up. That hasn't happened. I don't think it's ever happened where it's such a big difference with the primer that didn't work. It's very weightless, but once it dries down a little bit, it gets a little bit of a thicker texture, and you saw as I applied, it dried down on the skin. Ultimately, something more hydrating works best with this foundation. Not a matte foundation though, but it does have a dry down time that's very, very quick, and I wasn't expecting that because I was just thinking of a lightweight skin foundation. Overall, I do like it. I think it worked very well on oily skin. It's just a matter of knowing how to apply it and making sure you do really good skin prep and do either no primer like we did on this side, because this side looks good, or a hydrating primer. Is it my favorite? No. But do I like how the skin looked all day? Yes. I couldn't stop looking at my skin, how smooth, radiant, and just beautiful it looked. I'm kind of like an in-between here. What do you think? I want to know what you guys think. Have you seen this around? Have you tried it? Have you picked it up? Let me know your thoughts. I will tag and link everything down below that I used today. No lie though, I don't like asada. Even after touching up, if we're like this, because look at the smoothness. This is it, fam. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.